I don't care if you still trying to save Spain from Las Plagas all night. If you smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the beautiful view, the Vista. Smoke me out, fam, but all the dank shit on my left. Your boy Blue.
What do you get when you mix Mexico with Mother Russia? You get some bomb-ass fucking vodka.
Wait, is that Smirnoff with a Mexican skull on it?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Sugar
Dude,
skull.
this shit's fucking delicious. We'll talk about it later.
Very nice, very nice. On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choking people out on the threes, boys, Kr0nus.
Oh, shit. What happened here? There we go. Right. Sorry.
He's sacrificing virgins and babies.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Well, we're live.
Can you hear me?
All right.
So that's one thing.
We're still live. Old Ninja.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
There we go. All right. My intro was going to be Kapla, bitches. Kapla.
Kapla.
Last but not least, we got the oldest ninja in the world, Old Ninja.
Sometimes you just gotta swim to the butt.
Gotta do what?
Swim to the butt.
Oh, you gotta turn your mic up, man. Your mic is super low.
Yeah, you gotta loudly talk about swimming to the butt. Yeah. Come on now.
Well, Tunchi gave us some good advice.
He sure did.
Yeah.
Wheezy F baby, please say the baby. All right. What type of stats are we starting off with tonight?
Let's see. Listener of the week would be Icky Pew. So I'm going to say that. I'm going to pronounce it Icky Pew. It's IKY space PW. For me, that's Icky Pew.
That's good.
Nobody in the chat yet because we've been a little bit late, but we always are. So you know what? We're on CP time. Y'all know what's up.
Should already been known. All right, Old Ninja. You with us, but are we pouring out anything? And is it brown? And is it golden brown, frothy, red?
It's never frothy. What's with you and frothy? It's not a cake. It's not coffee, bro. It's not a macchiato. You've been in San Diego too long.
Got a head to it, you know?
I mean, it could have a head to it, but that's because you don't know how to pour. Gotta pour it right. Get it right, get it tight. Anyway.
Actually, there's a little head. There's never nothing wrong with a little head.
Okay. We're going to start with Brian Gillis, known as Briz. He's one of the founding members of the 90s. Some people say rock group, alternative group. Some people say pop group, LFO. He was... the group was from Massachusetts. They had group hits such as Girls on TV and Summer Girls. Apparently he had been struggling with I guess he'd been struggling with one of their other band members that had died, like from years before, like from '98, and I guess he may have taken his own life. It's kind of unclear, but he died at the age of 47.
Damn.
That's real sad, especially when you talk about a bandmate from 25 years ago.
Yeah, so his death is still kind of currently unknown, so it's just kind of speculative at the moment.
Okay.
But yeah, and then one of them...
he died like a couple of weeks ago, didn't he?
He did. So I didn't get a chance to... He died last week. He died actually early last week. But I had missed it. And then this one is kind of breaking news, I guess. Or at least I just saw this break today. Is Moonbin. He's K-pop star from the group Astro. Astro. So apparently he's only 25. Apparently he committed suicide.
God damn.
He was found earlier today. Apparently they had a tour set up, or Astros had a tour set up. The K-pop group, obviously from South Korea. He unexpectedly left, I guess, this morning. It looks like, I think it's morning our time. It might have been late night South Korea time. It's kind of hard to kind of discern from this article. But yeah, he was only 25. The group was founded. He was in super popular K-pop group Astros. And, the group had originally 6 members. but he was only in it for just a little while. But they were still a huge group. Yeah, it's kind of all bad. He's pretty young, 25.
Yeah, it's really young.
Old Ninja, just rewinding, I don't know when we talked about this, maybe like 2-3 months ago, but I did hear that they finally released the information about Coolio in terms of him passing.
Yeah, so I don't have the full list, but he had I was about to speak on this as well. He had a cocktail of drugs in his system. So I know, I think ketamine might have been one. I guess he had fentanyl. Fentanyl was one. I think ketamine was another. He had a couple others. Cannabis and I think alcohol.
God damn.
So he had a cocktail of stuff. So that contributed to his death. Here we go. So it's fentanyl, heroin, and methamphetamine. And alcohol.
I'm just gonna say this. Even if you were young and extremely healthy, that shit can take you out. Like fentanyl is no fucking joke. And some of the others too.
Let's give a slight. I'm gonna give a caveat though, because like a lot of drug dealers, especially for illegal drugs, they're putting fentanyl into shit, so people don't know they're taking it, and that's why they're dying. And now there's a new one. It's like there's a tranquilizer they're putting in with fentanyl and other drugs, and it's just like you don't know what the fuck you're gonna get. And I think obviously if you're buying shit legally, at least it's tested. It's gonna be more expensive, but it's better than fucking taking a hit from a joint and dying from fucking fentanyl, like just going to sleep because you don't even know, and people won't even know what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You imagine like back in the 80s, like smoking weed, only thing you have to worry about is like somebody putting like PCP in there. You end up in Devil kitchen coop.
Yeah.
No,
like a runaway slave.
That's not the only thing. Yeah.
Now you gotta wait.
Speaking of runaway slave, you have to worry about the cops coming through your house with a fucking tank because you have weed on you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but damn.
Well, I think it's good that I don't know if y'all heard, but they're making narcan over the counter legal now.
Oh, I heard about that.
So I think people are just gonna start like stocking, even if you don't fucking do like a lot of drugs. It's like people are gonna start stocking up on that shit because you can literally save somebody's life within a matter of seconds.
I don't know what is Narcan. Is that like what is that?
It reverses opioid overdose like within like seconds. So,
but it's not like
like an EpiPen.
Yeah, it's like an EpiPen, but it's not the.
It goes up your nose. It's a spray in your nose.
Okay, so it's not injection.
It's not like that scene from Pulp Fiction where you stab her in the fucking heart with a giant fucking needle.
So that needle, I believe that was adrenaline. Yeah, and I guess if I'm not mistaken, there's like an adrenaline like not substitute, but like a manufactured one or something like that you can use
like
as
a
well.
synthetic one.
It's called epinephrine, is what it's called. But yeah.
Okay. Damn, that's all bad. I mean, yeah, if it's to save someone's life, yeah, I would stock up on that shit. But yeah.
Yeah, it's very costly grip though.
But then again, if you're around people that are indulging in recreational pharmaceuticals, I would say stock up on them. If you don't know that many people, then I figure they would be very popular at college campuses, especially Ivy League ones.
Yeah, I think the only issue, and again, I'm all in favor of having preventative stuff around to save someone's life. Absolutely. I just feel like a lot of these folks, not Coolio, of course, but a lot of them are young and around some other poor decision makers that are young and out in these streets. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them just don't have stuff on them that can help. And some of them fucking panic and leave either casual friends or acquaintances or even just total strangers to die in the streets.
Yeah, there was a law that was passed in certain states to where if you call the police to or just call 911 if somebody's having an overdose, basically you're absolved of any crimes. Like if you're on drugs too, they won't press charges, but they've been using creative ways to get around that because they're the way that the law was supposed to be written was to basically just save lives, but some law enforcement are trying to charge people anyway. I think it's called the Good Samaritan law. Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently each state's Good Samaritan law varies from state to state.
Yeah. There's Stitcher's on. He can talk more about it, but he's not.
He's not here.
Well, it's also supposed to help protect people because literally, if somebody's choking, you can offer aid, but if you like say like you break their ribs by you're giving like CPR, like they can't sue you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
another one of the Good
Well,
Samaritan law.
And it just shows like what's really weird with our society is that in our society in America, if somebody's dying in front of you, you have literally no obligation to help them. If you
Yep.
just watch them die, nothing bad's gonna happen to you.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a for sure thing. And it also, it's just we have a litigious kind of country. I remember
Which
one
is good.
time.
Fuck Fox News. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well,
And that one
God
case.
damn.
yeah, we got to talk about that. I remember, like, literally, I was in college and I locked my fucking self out of my goddamn truck. And it was like one of those T100 trucks or whatever. And someone, a good Samaritan,
You had a fucking Terminator?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's what I'm bad.
Come with
Yeah.
me if you want to live.
Your ass had, hold
a
on,
good-
your ass had a truck?
Yeah, I had a T100. But a
Can
good
you
Samaritan,
like,
a good Samaritan tried to help me get into the car. He ended up breaking the fucking window, but I was like, hey, I got into the car, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try to get mad at him. He was trying to do a good thing, accidentally broke the window. So fucking what? If you're trying and you know that their intent is to help, don't be a fucking dick trying to sue somebody, you know, who tried to save your life and maybe a rib got broken or maybe he touched a titty or something. Be cool about it.
That was a weird leap. Maybe he touched the titty to save your life. You know, just
yeah, I'm
the
like,
name of this
dude,
podcast.
yeah,
Had to get to, you know, help you out. You know, you were choking.
Yeah.
That was actually very biblical of you to say that, man, since God took Adam's rib to make Eve or something like that, and she got boobs, so kind of all correlates.
did you tell that to Jonathan Majors about accidentally touching?
Man. Too
Oh
soon.
man,
Too soon.
Hold on.
Hey,
Before we
before-
start this, go ahead.
Oh. No, just before we go there, like I know K0nus is wearing a Stone Brewery shirt, and it's got a rainbow on there, man. Like, what? Stone going the way of Bud Light? Like,
This is the weird thing. Like
it's making people quit.
every single goddamn main like large manufacturer of alcohol been fucking all about LGBTQ people. Like they want to get drunk too. Gay bars are the shit. Why the fuck would you not cater to these people? Like it seems ridiculous to not do that. I wasn't wearing this on purpose, by the way. I just like the shirt. But yeah, I don't understand. Like if you want to quit Bud Light, okay, well Coors is the same thing. That Coors has been fucking LGBTQ friendly for the fucking longest time. Like way before it was fucking cool. And the vast majority of other, you know, alcohol distributors, you know, and manufacturers have been doing this for like the longest time. Because guess what? Most people in America like to get fucking drunk. Doesn't matter, you know, who you want to fuck or what sex you might happen to be. It's just like it's a constant. I don't understand why there's like a big deal because somebody else is drinking the same drink that you like. That all of a sudden, fuck it. Like, I don't understand that level of hate. I really don't. Like I think I said on the last podcast, I'm pretty sure Hitler drank water. I'm gonna keep drinking water. So I don't associate Hitler with water. And LGBTQ people are nowhere near the level of Hitler unless there is one out there that maybe hates a certain group. I don't know. But, you know, I can generally say that the vast majority of them don't seem that bad. So just enjoy your fucking shitty beer. Again,
Yeah.
It's weaker than Zima.
It is weaker than Zima. So the funny thing is, an entire generation of adults who can legally drink have no idea what Zima is because its time period was so. I know it's still
It came
technically
back for a
being
little
sold.
bit.
Yeah, it came back for
Yeah,
a
it
little
did.
bit, but its heyday, like for those who don't know, Zima had its fucking heyday where everybody. Yeah, I was a kid, but I was still like, man, Zima looks cool as fuck in these commercials and
It's a
shit.
cool bottle too.
It had a cool ass bottle. Everybody was like, yeah, I'm about that Zima life. You know what I mean? But
And then what happened in the 90s? If you call anything gay in the 90s, all of a sudden it's fucking done.
Yeah,
Rollerblading,
exactly.
they call it rollerblading gay, and that was it.
Rat. But
Yep.
it's funny because I remember with Zima, like everybody was drinking. When I finally got a chance to try it, I was like, "This is the worst fucking alcoholic drink I've had in my life." It was so like bland and just flavorless.
you know what Zima is? Zima tasted like
Smirnoff
a
Ice.
no, it tasted like a Sprite that had been left out and then put in someone else's mouth and then spit into
Yes.
yours.
Yeah, for reals.
That's
Oh,
foul.
damn.
Foul.
And then put out like a cigarette ash or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. Out of a cigarette ass or someone's butt or something. It was foul.
That's extra foul.
But folks drank the shit out of it. In fact, people asked for it by name at bars and clubs and shit. Y'all ain't got no Zima? Fuck this place. Tear the club up.
Birds off good down.
All right, since we're talking about alcohol, last week at the end of the podcast, if y'all were watching, listening, whatever, I've found Star Trek wines, and so I bought some wine. Here goes the Klingon one, and then I got
wine or whiskey.
No, that's
Klingon
wine.
whiskey?
I got some Andorian Blue.
Look at that shit. Look like a potion.
I got I don't even what is this one?
Oh,
think
that's
it's,
the
some Kardashian one, right?
That's Kr0nus. Yeah, Kardashian Kr0nus.
Yeah, it's Kardashian wine. It's pretty dope.
You get shit hella,
Did that
hella
look like
fast.
that?
We just talked about it last week.
Yeah,
That looked like one of them bad dragon dildos. What the fuck is going on with that bottle?
that's my secret. Bro.
A fucking duck penis.
I got a special reserve of Sauvignon Blanc.
Is that Picard's wine?
No, I don't think that one is.
It's-
I can't read this one. I don't know what this one is. But
Let me
hold
see
on.
this
I can read the. Hold on. It's a cool looking bottle though.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's the Romulan
Is it a
one.
Romulan now?
Might be.
Damn.
Maybe. It's a Riesling, so yeah.
Oh, that's Ryzen. That's from Ryza. That's the Ryza. It's like
Oh, I
a.
think this one is. Fuck, it's hard to say. It's another one.
That's Ryza. Ryza has two of them. Yeah.
Look at that.
And I think this is the last one.
All different colors and shit too.
Yeah, they're nice. And this is a old wine Zinfandel.
I was saying that's old Thunder Pussy.
Yeah.
Damn. Special Reserve Federation.
Nice.
So this will be for when we do the drunk cast. I'm gonna crack one of these open tonight. Which one should in the chat? Which one should I open up first?
There you go.
And I'll drink
Leon.
some of that.
Oh, no, Cleon one. The spiral dick penis bottle.
Some of them came with like their own special toppers, which is pretty cool. I haven't opened them up yet.
No
Let's
shit.
see. Yeah.
Let's see.
Goes.
Doing
Kind of
my
like butt plugs.
Damn.
Holy shit, they're kind of heavy. This is like one of them. It's like just a topper,
Oh.
and they're all like they're different. So it's kind of neat. I honestly I think it's pretty like just the bottle designs alone. The alcohol might taste terrible. I don't know, but we'll see. I'll be honest about it. Obviously, they're not sponsoring the podcast, so
That is a butt plug.
yeah.
If you decided you might end up being like a fucking crazy ass ninja karate fighter or some shit, like in everywhere, somewhere, place at
Yeah,
once.
no,
Yeah.
that's definitely one. Come on now.
Yeah.
That's definitely a
Where's the
butt
Klingon
plug.
one? It's got to be a double.
Oh,
Yeah, double butt plug.
All right. So whenever somebody tells me which one I should drink first, whoever says it first in the chat, I'll start with that one.
Good shit.
Oh, there you go. Dildo
Water.
one.
What'd it
So,
say?
The
The
dildo
looking
one.
dildo bottle.
Dildo bottle. The
This one.
Kr0nus.
It's the Kardashian Kr0nus red wine blend.
Mm.
That's the one I'm gonna start with.
All right, do it.
Yeah,
Bust it open.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
you're
talk about this Spirit Off one real quick. So this is the Spirit Off, like it's not even limited. I don't even think it's limited, but basically teamed up with Mexico. I made like it says Mexico's favorite tangy, sweet, and spicy flavor, and it's a spicy tamarind, fucking vodka. Dude, this shit's hella good. It's sweet and spicy at the same time.
Is it
It's
tangy?
weird. Like yeah, it's tangy as well. It's really crazy when you drink it. It's sweet, and then it's tangy, then it's spicy, and then it goes back to being sweet. Like it keeps like the flavor notes just keep switching between them. But this bottle's only like $10 at like Target or Safeway. It's super fucking cheap for an alcohol bottle, but like you can mix it. Like right now, I'm mixing it with a LaCroix, but you can make like I don't know, like pour this in like orange juice or whatever, and just make fucking great alcohol
Mix it with the-
cocktails.
Mixed it with Prosecco.
Yeah. But it's crazy because like you think that it'll be tequila, but it's vodka, and it's just like, and the bottle looks fucking dope with the sugar skull and stuff. But yeah,
Hell
dude,
yeah.
Warfell's
if
trying
you
to
can
clown
find
me.
this,
I did not say Kardashian. I
Right
said
out.
Cardassian. How dare
Drinking
you?
that Kim K juice.
Oh,
That
that's
booty
sounds-
juice.
Oh shit!
That's
Damn,
like
even
all
these
that.
toppers are nice. This one's like a solid
What did you
glass
say?
topper.
Oh shit!
Yeah, very nice.
If anything,
You
they're
gotta keep
fucking
that bottle.
their packaging is dope.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is that wine, or is it
It's wine.
what kind of alcohol is it?
It's a red
That's a
wine.
red wine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Red
'Cause I know
wine.
they have the. Oh, so you order from the wine site because they also have the hard alcohol. They have the bourbon
Yeah.
or the rye
They
whiskey.
have a
and,
rye whiskey. They have vodka. They have. I ordered the vodka, and I haven't.
Oh, that's
I
probably why
haven't
it's taking a little longer.
Yeah, probably. But I ordered the vodka, so I don't have it yet.
I didn't grab my aerator. So, oops.
Oh well.
You gotta get an aerator that's like a 2 Klingon's penis.
I do have an aerator. But yeah. Whatever. I'll just drink it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all bad.
It's not
The
bad.
verdict?
It's a blend. So
Okay.
yeah.
You don't have to blend. It's wine.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, blends aren't the best, but I mean, I bought it
I love
mainly for the
blends.
bottles and because it's from Star Trek. So
All right.
Yeah,
as long as it doesn't have the pang of a Klingon nut, you know what I mean? The
Oh,
juice is all
no.
good.
Or
Either
Kardashian.
be
When you
sweet,
drink it-
sweet and sour. It's got to be both. I think the top one is sweet, and the bottom one is sour.
So wait, when you drink it, are you supposed to do a pinky up, or you do like a Klingon sign, or like what's the etiquette for drinking
You gotta-
space wine? Yeah.
2 figures up. Good shit. Good shit. God damn, man. Y'all want to start with Picard? Because I know y'all done caught up and started nutting. And
yeah,
that?
I finally caught up.
Okay.
That was quick.
Old Ninja, you're caught up too. I mean, I was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was waiting. Oh, so actually, I'll bring it up at the end because it plays into what's happening tonight, tomorrow, whatnot. But yeah, go ahead, speak on where you're at now because I've been kind of caught up. So I want to know your take on it because I was about to explode in the podcast a couple weeks ago, just like tell all kinds of spoilers.
Yeah, honestly, it's been like it's been a lot. I mean, if you are a Next Generation fan at all, definitely watch it. And if you're just a sci-fi fan in general, watch it. But if you watch the Next Generation like when it came out, like you're gonna fucking just bust a nut over like this whole season. Like you're getting basically all your people are coming back, like all of them. I was just like, damn, they even had Yar on there, Natasha Yar, in like a quick scene.
Yeah.
I was just like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like really surprised in like the direction that they went, and I like that they're filling in gaps from the original show of like, why did Picard have, why could he still hear the Borg after he was disconnected from the collective? I thought that was really cool, and like, the misdiagnosis of his Ironic syndrome, and like people still in his body, like his original body, because in the show he's got basically like a sort of like an android body. It's a positronic body, but like his original body, like these changelings stole it, and like his son is like super deep into. I called his son. I knew what he was kind of a little bit earlier on. I sort of assumed once he started hearing shit.
So once you started hearing stuff and you saw the red, a lot of people thought, well, the theory was that he was a Pa Wraith. Like a Pa Wraith had possessed his body, which tracks pretty fucking heavily, which also opened the door for Avery Brooks to return. So I was like, oh, that would have been fucking really good because it seemed to track like they do the same red eyes things. They do give you powers, even though they're like in the lore of Star Trek, they're like the evil antithesis of their gods. So it's basically the Bajoran devil is what they basically is. So everything that he was experiencing kind of tracked along the same way, but the way they unveiled it still works the same way. Even works even better because, like in Star Trek Nemesis, one of our affiliates had brought it to me, Boba and Divine. He talked to me about Nemesis. He was saying it was kind of cheap because the only one that could beat Picard was basically Picard, and it didn't track very well in Star Trek Nemesis. It didn't sell me and a lot of other fans. This one, it shows his ultimate nemesis, the one that basically like fucking raped him, and more or less the word, is his ultimate nemesis, the one he can barely kind of escape from. They did it in a unique way. They used another very very powerful and unique enemy. They don't call them the Founders anymore, but it's basically changelings, which can be anyone and anyone everywhere. They can infiltrate, change it to anything, escape very easily. It worked out really fucking well. I was really impressed with this season so far. And then the fact, like, we got cameos of people, but sometimes they get ended like very very quickly.
Yeah.
So kind of fucked up. I mean, we got to see Shelby back when her famous debut from Best of Both Worlds from Star Trek Next Generation when the Borg attacked Earth for the first time. So we got to see a lot of fucking cool fucking shit. Like I said, movie quality type fucking effects and cinematography. The one thing was they're promoting the season finale today in IMAX in select cities across the world for free. So that shit was fucking booked day one. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that shit sold out in like minutes.
Yeah, so the showing was 10 o'clock this morning. So there's one in San Francisco. The thing about the San Francisco one, around the Bay, there's like 3 very large IMAX theaters, and the one in San Francisco is not as large. I was kind of think that was kind of a letdown, but still, it is what it is. And tonight will be tomorrow is the 2-hour series finale. So I'm excited for it. I'm hyped. I'm super hyped. So.
Yeah, at first, I thought the son was. I thought he was a changeling at first. Then I thought he was, forget something else, and then I landed on Borg. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because they did a really good job of like hiding like who he was up until like kind of the very end. Oh, because I forgot how Wesley became like basically a god. How did that happen? I can't even remember.
He met this alien called the Traveler,
Yeah,
and it shows him how to like travel through dimensions and shit. So he literally just disappears, and then he shows up. So he's in Nemesis in the beginning, but his scene got cut because he's supposed to marry Ashley Judd's character because she's in Star Trek as well. But that whole scene got cut, and then he showed up in Picard season 2 at the very end.
Yeah.
So at the end, he shows up to like whisk away the entity that looks like Picard's Romulan girlfriend to like another plane of existence. So we'll probably see Wesley at the end of this one as well, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think so. Like this last episode when they basically went back to the old Enterprise, I was like, oh my god. Like, is that the original fucking like set?
Oh, I don't know. It's a good question. I'm pretty sure they rebuilt it, but it could be the original. I mean, you never know. I know Paramount so what Paramount used to do, they would do like they used to have this ride where you would go in and it would be like they pick people from the audience and you would do a recreated like Star Trek the movie like set and you would like act out and they would tell you what to do and they would edit you into this like this movie scene where it showed scenes from the movies with the crowd selected cast added in between. It was actually really fucking cool. So I wouldn't be surprised if they saved that set and did something similar. But
yeah, it was super. What's really cool about this is like the whole like generational thing. So if you're not watching the show, I mean, just watch the show, but and also just stop listening right now because it's like at the near the end.
We already told spoilers.
Yeah, it's basically like it's pitting like a new generation versus the old generation. It's like the youngs versus the olds, and
yeah,
it's basically
it's like the kids versus the parents.
Yeah, well, it's like the boomers. It's like the boomers versus everybody else. That's what it is. And it's just like, what are these boomers gonna do? Like,
that's all bad.
That's basically in the show. Anybody that's younger than 25 years old is taken over by the Borg.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody that's older than that is like they're okay, but also they're old. So
they're useless.
So yeah, it's been. I thought that was really cool. It's like it's a really interesting like way to like hand off and like kind of merge these two different generations of Star Trek fans, into one. Because even for me, what's cool for like older people like me and Old Ninja that watch Star Trek is that we've lived through like multiple generations of Star Trek shows. Because I remember watching like the original shows.
Few of them.
Yeah, and then like the Next Generation was definitely like my show, and then watching the ones after
Deep
that. But
Space
like,
Nine.
yeah, but like this one's doing like a much better job of like really showing like the generational like divide and like trying to bring it together in like kind of a really unique way, and I really like it.
Yeah, it's not just a complete Next Generation story because there's bits and pieces from Voyager.
Oh
Because
yeah,
we get the mini Voyager reunion. There's the main enemy from DS9 is in the show. They're like the main protagonists for the majority of the season until you find this big twist where they're not. They're just pawns, and then so it's just very interesting. I thought we were going to see species 8472 or what they call now in the game. They call them the Undine,
Hmm.
but I mean it would have been the same kind of premise because they can shapeshift too.
What happened to like the old Dominion? Remember those guys?
So the Dominion got broken up. Did you finish DS9? They got defeated. So
But I mean, still, I mean, the changelings were okay at the end of the series, and now they're not.
Well, kind of. Well, their changing got fucked over because of Section 31.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, they announced a Section 31 movie event with Michelle Yeoh. So that's going to be cool.
And that's gonna
I
have
can't
I posted up.
it's gonna have an
No,
additional draw now because people know who Michelle Yeoh is in America. Anyway.
Yes, exactly. So I'm excited. I was already excited when she was on Star Trek Discovery. She elevated her character got rebooted like twice, and it was fucking amazing each time. And every time I fucking loved her character because she was such a badass, not just kicking ass, literally just her dialogue with other characters, especially with her and David Lynch. That shit was fucking amazing. That was a fucking excellent fucking scene. But I digress. Seeing this season has been great. The Dominion was been in disarray because we don't see Jem'Hadar. We don't see the what's the other one? The fucking Wayun looking fuckers. I forgot what their fucking are, but they're all in disarray. These are like a sect, like the Imperial Remnant, I guess, for a Star Wars fan. So
Well, I guess we'll see like how this is gonna end. I'm really looking forward to it. Let's. I mean, the first season was good. Second season was better, and this season is just like it's a 10, easy 10.
out the gate from the
Yeah.
episode 1, I was like, oh, they went back to the drawing board and redid this shit. This is already fucking. This is like on par with like the best of Trek. You know, this is like when Trek is really good. This is what you get. Like when people were complaining about Generations and Nemesis not being as good as All Good Things. The last two, the 2-hour season finale of Next Generation, the series finale of Next Generation, we get that in this. We get
So
all the details.
Y'all like this more than Discovery then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like
I mean-
Discovery a lot.
Discover's good. Don't get me wrong. Even Stranger Worlds, that's really good too. But this is Trek at its peak.
Yeah, and
Because-
especially go ahead.
This is the send off that we wanted for the Next Generation cast,
Yeah.
and we're getting it this whole season. That's
Oh.
why.
How many episodes is this season?
10.
10 or technically 11 because the last episode's 2 hours. So
Good shit.
Nice.
All right. I'm
Before we switch gears off of Star Trek, do you guys remember? I thought I was tripping. I had to like look it up. Do you guys remember how in Vegas they have the Star Trek experience thing in one of the hotels?
Yeah.
it's at,
You guys remember that?
I've been
Like
there.
early
I've been there.
2000s?
Yeah, it was at those. There are 2 Las Vegas Hiltons for some reason. It's at one of them. The one nearest to Planet
Like
Hollywood.
5 of them.
Yeah, the one nearest to Planet Hollywood has the Star Trek experience. In fact, they were doing the Star Trek convention there, where like a lot of the stars from each of the series would show up at that hotel.
good shit. All right.
That was like doing the Renaissance where Vegas was trying to be family friendly by having like fucking like there was like Circus Circus had a giant fucking theme park in the back.
Yeah.
They had the Star Trek experience. I think Lexer had like they had some kind of performance in the middle of it. Not like the circus, but they had something going on. But then like the Stratosphere had the roller coaster on top. Like a lot of places was trying to be more kid friendly. Then they decided like this shit ain't bringing any money. Let's get back to the cocaine and hookers. And then that shit just went back to normal.
Whoa. I
Yeah,
mean,
like Vegas was trying to be like a kid, like a family attraction for a little bit
I'm
there.
taking my
and then
kid
it
there
just-
later on this year, so
there
there's a Baby Metal concert, Baby Metal and Death Clock, which are like 2 of my favorite bands. So
you go.
yeah.
Well, I mean, and Vegas is it's one of those towns where it's obviously heavily dependent on tourism, not just domestic tourism, but like international tourism.
Yeah.
And sometimes that shit slows the fuck down. Happened after 9/11, happened after Wall Street crash, happened during COVID. And so we've seen boom and bust with like the level of tourism with Vegas shit often. And they try to reinvent themselves in terms of attracting new people to fucking go there. But it's a fun ass town. I'm not shitting on Vegas at all.
No, for reals.
It's fun, but it's like it's dangerous though. People, I think it's like one of the weirdest places. Like if you like drinking, you go out there and you get drunk as fuck. But if you go in the summertime, it's like you might die outside. You know what I mean? It's like 120 degrees.
Well,
and
you might die going outside and come inside.
yeah. It's like the temperature difference is like it's legit.
It's also really fucking hard to tell like what time of day it is. You know what I mean? Like the casinos don't have a lot of clocks, and like you're staying up way fucking late, waking up whenever. Like it's a surreal experience if you're really partying in Vegas. You know what I mean?
They know how to fuck with your brain.
Yeah, for real. Speaking of mind fucks, I gotta hear this from fucking Blue and maybe Kr0nus if we caught up. Okay, so you saw more of the weird ass swarm, yes?
Blue did. So go ahead. I'm gonna take my headphones off for a minute though.
Man, I'm still. I only got up to like I just finished episode 4 and I can't, man. It shows just. I haven't had a chance to watch anymore. I'm not sure if you were on the podcast when I was talking about it before, but like, yeah, I wasn't prepared. Like, you guys talked about the show, like here every episode and shit like that. I was like, it seems kind of dumb. Let me go check it out, man. I was not ready. There was fucking people being murdered just for fucking saying bad shit about Beyonce. Like that shit was fucking crazy. Like the chick, like how she found that one dude. She was like, "So what do you think about what's the singer's name?"
Nija. Who's your favorite artist?
Nija. Yeah, who's your favorite artist? And she was like, "Oh, such and such." Like they don't have 11 Grammys like Nija does, and their music sucks. I'm gonna fucking kill you now. It's like, what the hell? But like the shit that was crazy was the episode with the strippers when they go to that one dude's house and like. Dude's just being a nice guy, you see some girls on the road, he tries to help them out and then realize like, yeah, they're strippers, so they give them like a dance and all that stuff. But then like she kind of goes back in and go kill him, but there's a table on her.
The wildest go ahead.
Okay.
I was gonna say the wildest thing fucking for me on this entire fucking series, two things. Number one, adopted daughter, yes, Blanket's sister, is in on this show. And it's not that she's in the show. It's the fact that she knows how to fucking wrap her hair up like a black woman before she goes to bed. But then the main character does not. And then when she was just like, yeah, my dad's half black. And so my ex-boyfriend didn't like accept the fact that I was black. And she was like, what the fuck? It was the weirdest thing. It took me like a while to recognize who she was. And I was like, oh shit. That's weird. And then secondly,
the only way I recognize her is because I happened to pause the show and her name popped up. So if you watch TV on Amazon, they have this thing called like the I can't think what it's called, like the keynotes or some weird name for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it shows whoever's on the screen at that moment in time. It shows their names, and then you can click on their names and see like what other stuff they've been in. And it said Paris Jackson. I was like, no fucking way. Let me look this up. I looked it up. I was like, oh shit, that is her. Like,
that was wild. And then secondly, I don't know if you've gotten up to it, but have you seen a certain world famous white pop star in the show? I
haven't got to her yet. I know she's in there, but I haven't got to it. I got to the part where she meets Beyonce in like the VIP room. She's sitting there eating a plum.
All I'll say is this: as wild as you think the show is, finish off the last few episodes because I promise you it gets so fucking weird. I talked to B-Boy Frost via text for an hour and a half after he finished it, and he had some of the wildest theories. I got to get yours when you finish it. I ain't never seen it like this. All right.
Like it's almost it's like it's kind of on that level of it's like a black version of American Psycho. Like, it's like, is she killing these people or is this just like all in her mind? Because in the beginning, at first, I thought she has like, I don't know, like some kind of mental, she has like some kind of mental. issues. Because like there's a scene where she's like sucking her fingers. I'm like a normal person doesn't do that. She doesn't just suck on one finger. She's like on two fingers, like she's like gagging herself, and it's like, what the hell? And then nobody murders somebody and then goes into a refrigerator, eat their goddamn chicken. Like what the with blood coming over your hand? Like there's something definitely wrong with this girl. And that scene with the plums, it's like, yo, like what the fuck just happened?
Nothing.
That's only 3 episodes in.
Yeah, nothing makes sense. It's the wildest shit I've ever seen in my entire fucking life, and I will never forget marathon of that show. I could talk about it forever, but I want y'all to finish. I want whole Ninja to start it too.
The other thing that threw me off was homegirl, her roommate, like the first 10 minutes when she's like throwing that back out, and I was like, why does girl look so familiar? And I like looked her up, and she's like part of that girls sing group that one of the girls who her sister is going to be playing the Little Mermaid.
Yep.
The upcoming live action mermaid, and she's like their sister. They like they're performers or singers. I was like, there's no way this little girl is this thick. And I like look her up, like, God, dude, we're getting old.
Dude, she got all kind of cakes. I was like, what the fuck? But anyway,
yeah.
While
the scene when she's in the strip club, she's like trying to perform. I was like, what is she doing? Like, see. And when the stripper was like, you know, you probably make more money at fucking McDonald's. I was like, yeah, she probably could. She made like $4 or $5 before she get off the stage.
All I'll say is finish it off because I need to hear your theory. You're gonna have a weird take on it. Already tell.
Dude, one other thing. This show showed more dictational titties and ass. Like I can't believe. Like I wasn't prepared for it. But also like the scene where homeboy was like, "I'll give you $1,000 right now." And she was like, no, he had offered 100 and she's like 1,000. He's like, okay. Like, this shit's fucking crazy and wild. But yeah, I'm going to try to catch up by next week.
Yeah, please do. All right. Where you want to go, old ninja?
Back in here.
So we talked about it briefly. I mean, we're not going to go too hard in the paint, but Kr0nus mentioned Fox News. Y'all want to speak on that real quick, or y'all want to go in depth?
I mean, yeah, we can talk a little bit about it. That was wild.
Let's see. Kr0nus isn't on right now. I'm trying to get him to jump back on.
Yeah,
so he can join us on the call.
Hopefully, yeah. But in any event, they settled, meaning they pretty much accepted their own fucking guilt in their defamation lawsuit with the Dominion polling company. So. $757 million. A lot of fucking money. This is not the end of their lawsuits because there was some others pending as well. But
for more money.
Long story short, they lied repeatedly on cable television for a long ass fucking time, and they deserved all the fucking smoke and all the dollars that they had to pay out. And there's going to be more to come. But go ahead.
Their ass is paying that check.
Yeah.
Well, how does it say go? Like, don't
write it to
I
your
can't
ass
have it anymore. Yeah. Jazz can't cash.
Yeah.
We're definitely paying it.
I think it's really interesting that this, kind of obscure corporation has gotten more like out of like that whole thing than like, because you still have people that are still trying to deny that January 6th was like an insurrection, right? And then you have Dominion comes through and sues and like successfully sues and gets a large amount of money from one of the main pushers of like this bullshit lie that, Trump, lost the election or won the election, which is total fucking bullshit. And the thing that makes me even more angry about the whole situation is that not only did he lose by the popular vote, but he also lost by the most important thing, and that's the actual, the electorate. Yeah, so I don't understand why people he keeps saying that there's no way he lost by like that many votes, but yeah, but you lost by it's the electoral votes is what you lost by. That's he should know this because he lost the the popular vote twice now. Yep. All right, and the first time you didn't hear him complain about I didn't have enough votes. He got the electoral college votes. That's what matters. But most of his staunch supporters, they don't understand how the government actually fucking works, at all. And it's just amazing. And I'm happy that Dominion won their lawsuit, but I'm also kind of pissed that there's no accountability as far as making Fox News retract their statements live on air.
Yeah,
I think that would be Yes, I mean Dominion Voting did obviously have they proved their defamation case with like thousands of documents, and it was getting more and more, horrendous for Fox News. But the people that really need to see this aren't paying attention to this trial. They're Fox News viewers. They're not going to pay attention to a trial for Fox News, being on trial for defamation. But what they would notice is if those same stupid motherfuckers came on air and be like, hey, we lied to you about this, this, and this, like a fucking laundry list of exactly what they lied about to their viewers. And I know that, what's the next one that's coming up? It's Dominion and
Kirk one?
Not systematic. God damn it.
It's something with an S. I know what you mean. I was just looking.
Is it Newsmax?
No, it's like a
Another corporation.
some other corporation that was not nationwide. It was only in LA County. Sympathetic? I'm fucking close. Anyway, they're suing them for $2.2 billion.
Yeah.
And I hope that they don't settle, and I hope that what they do is maybe take a smaller settlement and then make them on air apologize and own up to what they did.
Yeah, the company is Smartmatic.
Yeah.
And they're suing them for $2.7 billion dollars.
Yeah. And I just want to point out, though, too, even with all of these flat-out lies, none of it changed the reality that, obviously Trump, even though there was insurrection and all that other horrible shit where people fucking died and shit, none of this changed the reality of he was a one-term president. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you believe something was stolen or unconstitutional or any of this other bullshit, that's not the reality. We're here in 2023. Like, it's just not the fucking case. And it was, Dominion doesn't necessarily have a dog in the fight in terms of Republican versus Democrat per se. This was they're a company that is a polling, like the booths, and they make the actual things that count the polls. So it was always fucking nuts. It was always tinfoil hat conspiracy bullshit. I'm glad some shit is coming to fucking light. I will hope that more people fucking discuss it. But yeah, that's a lot of money. It's not enough to. I want to be clear, and Kr0nus said this in the chat. He's absolutely right. It's not enough to bankrupt fucking Fox News. Like, you got to understand how many billions of dollars a cable news, and they are not just a cable news channel. Let's be very fucking clear. They're the number one most watched in America cable news company. It's not CNN or MSNBC or fucking PBS. It's them. It's not a small minority of people watching them. It's the majority for cable news.
But the only reason why they're the majority of cable news is because they're literally just giving the viewers what they want to hear. And when you look at the documents that, the documents and the audio and all that stuff that Dominion presented to, the jury, it's damning. Like, they knew it was all bullshit, but they didn't want to lose viewers. Yep. So, I mean, and that's like, you have zero journalistic integrity if you are only about, trying to get more viewers or keeping your viewers and not telling the actual fucking truth. Like, that's literally counterpoint to what journalism is supposed to be. Like, if you have a story that is, counter to your beliefs, then you still tell that fucking story.
Yeah.
You don't bullshit and just try to, spoon feed these weak ass people that need to have their egos, stroked. And it's just like, come on, man.
Yeah. And let me be really clear too on one quick thing. I'm not naive enough to believe that, no cable other channels get sued or no cable channels. There's plenty of people that get things wrong intentionally or unintentionally on other channels and all of that. But this was a big fucking deal. This was a huge fucking settlement. And like Blue alluded to with that other company, it's not fucking over. And this was so painfully obvious. Like, you didn't need some kind of fucking degree in journalism or investigating, blah, blah, blah. It was literally just, hey, here's the fucking numbers. And they did a whole bunch of checks. Remember right after the election? Yeah. They checked and rechecked and rechecked and lawsuits and lawsuits and lawsuits. And guess what?
People watching and shit.
Yeah, people watching, getting angry and whatnot, foaming at the mouth. And it was all bullshit. So I don't know.
Players.
I like somebody had posted saying that Dominion went from like a company valued at $50 million to a company worth 787 million
Yeah.
overnight after the lawsuit.
If I was like the investor, I'd be like, you know what, I'm done. Just like, I'm good. You can just close the company.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Cash out, man.
Yeah.
It's just
Dude.
funny to me that all these people still. It's not the fact that they'll still deny that they lost. They'll still
Yeah.
deny that this didn't happen. They'll even call this lawsuit fake news. And they'll scream at you, Hunter Biden, at one point or another, and they're still going to be like, "Well, that's just the liberal media showing that this, that, and the other." I'm like, dude, really? Like this? They literally put out a statement, said they put out a false report from their own news desk, like, hey, but they said they want to continue to bring, to
More fake
basically,
news.
yeah, more news, but more fake news. But no, they said they wanted to improve their
Shit.
integrity
Getting
more.
attacked.
Yeah, but it's just weird to me that people will still defend them even though they lost in court and prove that they lied.
I mean, if you look throughout American history, this is like literally par for the course. It's just like you do something wrong, you try to do your best to change the laws in your favor, and then you get away with it. I mean, just look at like all the America in general. When you look at all the land that's here, it literally is stolen. People that want to get mad about it, you're wrong. It's literally fucking stolen land. It's been stolen multiple times, not just from the natives, but there used to be people that were, not of European descent that owned land here too, and they got their shit stolen because people changed laws and they ganged up on them and they did all this other shit. And it's just like, this is the way traditionally America has worked, but this is a new America now. Hopefully, a more truthful America where you can't just change laws to your advantage. And you're still seeing it now, like even with like Roe versus Wade, they're trying to change laws to suit a certain kind of person's lifestyle. And just because you want to have your certain lifestyle doesn't mean everybody else wants to have it, and it's fucking wrong.
Well, even what they're doing in like Florida, what they're doing with like the textbook with books
Texas.
and stuff,
Yeah.
and history and this whole what were they calling, like Black history? They were calling it
CRT.
something.
They call it woke.
CRT.
Critical race
Yeah.
theory.
Yeah. They're trying to
And
ban
now-
that. It's like,
And now the new buzzword is woke. So now Greg Babbitt, who's a senator in Texas, is passing literal anti-woke laws.
But they can't even define what woke even means because they have no idea what it actually means. It just means like recognizing social injustice. That's it. That's like the most basic meaning that you can have. And they're just tossing the woke stamp on everything to make everything seem wrong, and so they can just lie and make new laws to outlaw anything they didn't like. And it's usually like black and brown people or people that aren't straight. They've just totally extended that shit over to that side too.
But you know what this really, at the end of the day, this is another backlash against some of the very loud and well-populated marches and protests that you saw in 2020, even with George Floyd. And I know it's like 3 years later and whatnot, but some of this is literally about, oh shit, my kids and my grandkids were participated in a protest about some black man losing his life. We got to change. This country is changing too fast for me. I hate it here. Some of it is literally that simplistic of a backlash, which is very, if you look throughout history, backlashes like this happen all the fucking time. And they're easy to predict when you really look at it, but it's much ado about nothing. Critical race theory from a collegiate legal level wasn't new, but it became a buzzword. The word woke wasn't new, but it became a buzzword. It's again this backlash from that time period, from pandemic protests, where you saw a seed internationally, like in Germany and fucking Australia and a whole bunch of places, of even young white kids protesting.
Yeah, I want people to like really understand. So when we talk about like racism here in America and shit like that, there was actually a really good podcast that came out. Actually, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. It was so Black History for White People is like one of the best podcasts like out there. I don't know if even if you're black, just fucking listen to it. There's probably like some person that you've never heard of that they'll do like a background story on. So like yesterday they did a story on somebody named Hillary Thomas Stewart. Do you know who that is? Old Ninja or Prodigy.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, I didn't know this person either, and I was just like, I don't know all of them, but I know quite a few, sort of, especially now. I never heard of this person before, and it's this guy who bought himself out of slavery, and ended up amassing 500 acres worth of land at the end of slavery, and he ended up getting all of it stolen by white people, and like it was telling the story of like how him and his family were like they went from like being really well off to like living in squalor, and this person literally is like George Floyd's like great grandfather.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
so it's like totally fucking full circle. Like this is the reason why this guy lived like didn't have a great life, is because the person that like should have given him given his family a good chance had all this fucking land stolen by people after slavery.
Damn.
And so people were like, "Oh, why black people have so many fucking problems?" It's because of shit literally like this, of where there were certain times in our history where we were coming up, and then it all got stolen, or there was some fucking crazy ass mob that came through and just burned all our shit down.
Murdered
Whole
fucking town.
Yeah, and people they just totally try to ignore it, and this is when CRT, which isn't taught in like elementary schools, to be clear, comes in, is because it teaches you shit like this. Of like it's not just about the obvious like black white shit. It like you have to go back through like multiple generations and like seeing like how racism has really damaged our entire society throughout these generations. Like it's cost Americans probably trillions of dollars to this point through like lost wages and shit like that. And when people talk about reparations, it's literally like people need to stop thinking of it as like reparations. You just basically just repay the fucking free labor that you got for over like 200-300 years. I think it was like 400 years in just America. It was free labor that was not paid for, and that's the tunes of trillions of dollars. That is not even including the fucking lives that were destroyed after slavery because of the race riots, which is a very one-sided race riot where a black neighborhood would come up. And then these riots would come through. They'd steal all their shit, burn their fucking shit down, kill everybody. Like, that's all lost stuff. At those same times, that didn't happen to white Americans. Like, nobody was coming through and fucking up your entire neighborhood, and, like, taking all your shit. That's the reason why you have this generational wealth and why, most black Americans don't.
Can I just also say this, too? One of the things that pisses me off the most is I just don't like being lied to, and even when we talk about elementary school education, the fact that you hear about George Washington had wooden teeth, and it's like no, I was literally I think in college, 17, 18 years old or whatever, before I realized I was fucking lied to at age 5 or 6 every February. No, he had slaves' teeth. You don't have to lie to kids year after year, and this was in textbooks. This wasn't like some word of mouth rumor bullshit. And there's a lot of things like that where we were just completely lied to over and over and over again. And it's infuriating. And then you want to burn books and hide stuff and say things are too woke. No, just accurate history. Just accuracy. Fuck the lies. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
It's kind of crazy. Kind of jumping back to the whole law thing, like where they changed laws to basically protect themselves. Like right now, there's like laws that are being passed where you can't record the police officers. Mm-hmm. It's like one of the hugest things that's going around ever since like Rodney King. Like he was like I wouldn't say he was the first, but at least that was the one that went most public where he was getting beat by police and like because it was filmed. And like lately we seeing a lot of stuff being posted of like police like fucking kicking people while they're already down and like knocking people unconscious, or like they're breaking into the wrong house just because the family is black and they fit a profile. Like we're starting to see like a lot of stuff like that where they're trying to make it so people can't record things happening, and like if that person's recording, they're going to get arrested too. So it's like it's just crazy how they're trying to bend the law for their will, basically.
Yeah, really, really fucking sad. The one that got me, I think it was this past week. Please correct me on the names because I always get them fucked up because there's too many stories like this. But did you hear about the teenager who knocked on the wrong fucking door?
Yeah, it's Ralph Yarl. I think it was.
No, I thought he went to go pick up his brother. Was it?
Yeah, he's trying to pick up his brother.
went to the wrong
and
house.
Yeah.
Just
What's
disturbing.
one crazy thing about that story? So not crazy, but like he went to a house where he, instead of going to like 87th Street, he went to like, instead of going to 87 Terrace, he went to 87th Street, which is like one block over. I was thinking like, I would think like that's dumb. Like, why would there be two streets with the same fucking name? But my sister, she lives down in LA, and she lives on a street where the next block over is Avenue, that same street name. And she even told me like, this is crazy. So when she bought her house, like they had a housewarming party, and they had the wrong address on there. So people were going to the wrong house, and that person at that house was like, "Hey, you need to go over to your street. This is Avenue." Like, and it's
Nobody got
it's
shot.
just crazy. Like, nobody got shot. Nobody got shot. But like, this kid was just this wrong fucking house. Like, the guy apparently like he went to the door with a gun, and he saw this black kid and feared for his life and just shot him.
He
Two
shot
times.
him in the fucking face, and then it was on the
And
ground.
just
He shot him
stood
again
over
in the
it.
arm.
Yeah, he stood over him and shot him again.
Yeah, and I don't understand how the fuck this is not attempted murder. Like,
Yeah.
first of all, like when it happened, the guy didn't even go to jail that night.
Nope.
Like, they picked him up 4 days later. Now he bonded out, but they're not trying to charge him with attempted murder. I'm just like, he shot him in the fucking face and then shot him. How is that not attempted murder? That's so insane to me.
A headshot should have been attempted murder. What state is this in? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I'd have to look it up.
Let me look up the difference between like manslaughter and murder. But I mean, I think murder has like intent to it. But I mean, standing over somebody and shooting them again, it's definitely
That
intent.
sounds like
Yeah.
yeah.
So you definitely want him to die.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
I bet you
common
former
sense.
slave state. I can bet you that.
I think was it in Kansas?
No, what do you know? What do you?
But yeah, again, I'm not a lawyer or anything like that or a legal expert, but just common sense shit. If you don't know somebody, and all they've done, and especially a kid, a child, a teenager, all they've done is ring your doorbell. You shooting the fuck out of them and then shooting them while they're down. I mean, not just murder, but I would say, since you didn't know anything about him besides the fact that he was a black male, a fucking hate crime at least.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
So I'm reading like the definitions of like manslaughter and murder. So like voluntary manslaughter is the type of manslaughter that refers to completely intentionally killing of another human being that isn't motivated by one's malice. But I'm like, he stood over him and shot him again. Like, how is there not malice involved? Like, you shot him in the face, you definitely shot him, and then he was on the ground, you shoot him again. Like, how is there no malice in thought? It's just fucking infuriating to me. Like,
Yeah. This should take place in Kansas City.
If that would have been a white kid that knocked on a black guy's door and he shot him twice like that, like, first of all, he's going to jail right away. Like, this isn't even conjecture at this point. Like, there's no fucking way that he leaves jail. He's not even gonna fucking bond out.
Yeah.
Well, I believe right now it's been updated since 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and it says that he's going to face 2 felony charges.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not murder though.
It's not murder. Yeah.
Jesus
Or
Christ.
attempted murder.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This kid was 16, went to the wrong house, but like this guy's like a music prodigy. He's like, he plays not a clarinet, but he plays an instrument, which looks pretty fucking dope. It looks like a saxophone and a clarinet had a baby.
And I'm glad that they're humanizing the victim. I really am. But what I want to say, to be clear, even if he wasn't a musical prodigy, knocking on a doorbell or knocking on a door or ringing a doorbell as a teenager of a different house, a mistake, that's not a fucking crime. Like, none of that warrants even a gun getting pointed at you, let alone shot. The fuck?
Like, yeah, I think like the Girl Scouts knocked on his fucking door.
Yeah.
Like, is he just chitty bang bang, like shoot little fucking Girl Scouts? But this is crazy.
But then also on the flip side. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Like I say, there's like other stories of like people like there's a story where a girl got into the wrong car, and then like the girl's like, "Oh, sorry, like I mean, get in your car." And the guy like got out of the car, went up to the girl, and when she got into her friend's car, and shot her like dead, like right point blank.
Yeah.
Well, there was another one recently though, where like literally somebody pulled in the wrong driveway, and it was a car full of girls, and one of them got killed for pulling into the wrong driveway.
Yeah,
I'm like, can we just?
you're supposed to be on a party, right?
Can we just like? At what point do we just need to like really look at the guns in America being an issue?
Yeah,
I mean,
Right.
come on. Like, I've been converted to the other side already. There's too many goddamn kids fucking dying. It's the number one cause of death in America are kids getting shot by firearms. And yeah, you might have some kind of fucking bullshit argument of like, oh, AR-15, blah, blah, I don't give a fuck. Like, there's a lot of guns and people are dying from really fucking frivolous things where if you didn't have a gun, another person would still be alive. I put the value of a human being over the value of a firearm at this point in my life. All right?
Yeah.
So, and if you don't, I think there's something wrong with you. Like, seriously. And yes, you have the right to defend yourself. I totally get you. But there's people that have firearms that clearly should not have them. If somebody knocking on your door and the fact that they have too much melanin in their skin is scary to you and your go-to is kill them, you should not own a firearm. Or if somebody happens to pull it into your driveway on accident, you shouldn't have the ability to just kill them. Like, this is fucking insane.
Yeah. It's wild, wild west bullshit. And even the wild, wild west had rules. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I need to know, like, what's the point? Like, how many deaths are going to be enough for people? I'm like, if we had 1 million people killed from firearms in a year, would that be enough? 2 million? 3 million?
You know what COVID taught me, though? They're just, unfortunately, and this is really cynical, it's just empty fucking numbers until it's your loved one. You know, and even when it is your loved one, some people triple down and say, well, you know, blah, 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 thoughts and prayers and whatnot. They don't even give a shit then. They didn't give a shit when grandma or grandpa died in the nursing home.
Dude, it's honestly, man, it's like having kids. It's fucking I don't know about you guys, but it's fucking terrifying having a kid in school now, because what if there's a school shooting at like the school that, you know, our kids go to, and we go there and all of a sudden we're the person that can't get inside to help them, and then you have to have a confrontation with the police. Now, as a fucking black male, I have to worry about fucking getting shot as well.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm trying to fucking save my kid's life. You know, because some asshole doesn't want me to get there, because what if they're too scared to go in? You know? That's
like what is it, Sandy Hook? Was that this?
No,
That
that
was
was Uvalde.
This is the El Paso one.
Yeah, Uvalde
El
was the
Paso,
one.
Well, I was gonna say, even though all this shit goes down, you'll have some news source say that this is shit fake news or red herring or something.
No, it's people are talking about. I keep hearing like a recent argument now is like, oh well, you know, there are so many people that are getting killed by cars every year. It's like, yes, but also, what have they been doing since the car was fucking invented? They've been trying to make them safer and safer every goddamn year since the car's been invented. Every goddamn year, there's some new fucking, you know, safety technology that's installed in every car, and nobody complains about it. Not a single goddamn person. But you even mentioned making guns safer or removing them. All of a sudden, that's a bridge too fucking far. Like,
I mean,
the Peloton fucking treadmill. This is what Katie Porter said. It fucking really hit home for me. She's a congresswoman. The Peloton treadmill killed exactly one fucking child, and they pulled that shit from. You still can't buy the Peloton. It's called the Tread Plus now. You still can't buy it because one fucking kid died. There's been tens of thousands of children have been killed from firearms in America, and Congress and like a vast majority of people in America, not a vast majority, a good portion of people in America are not willing to make them any safer or to like lessen the threat from guns, like by removing them. Like, but a treadmill, all of a sudden, that's too fucking dangerous from one kid. Like, where's our fucking priorities here?
That's fucking crazy. Well, like with what happened with like. What happened with 9/11, like once that happened, like flight changed altogether. Like you used to be able to like walk a person down to the gate and like walk through security with them, blah blah blah, able to like say goodbye to them and like leave. After 9/11, that shit was out the window. Now you gotta fucking take off your shoes, take off your belt, like you gotta basically strip down naked to get through security.
What's wild, obviously our kids are growing up in a world where it's obviously post 9/11 and they've never seen the airports pre. But if you show them old movies, you know what I mean? Like I think like one of those Home Alone movies, they're gonna be scratching their head like, Mom, Dad, like this isn't how the fucking airports are now. Well, son,
Back in
01.
my day,
I remember, like, I think I mentioned on the podcast like a long time ago, but like I remember like me and my homegirl, not homegirl, my girlfriend at the time, like we went to the airport just to chill, just to watch fucking planes fly over, fly out, and like we went, had fucking food and shit, had drinks. Like the airport was like a chill spot to go because everything was fucking there. Can't do that shit anymore.
You can just people watch. And now because, some people with knives, not even fucking guns.
Box cutters.
Yeah, box cutters. Just like, now you have to fucking get, you got to spread them when you go on a fucking plane now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
I gotta get my balls searched every time I go to security, just because I don't want to go to the metal detector.
get one of them jail style pat down.
It's like,
it is.
Man, why are you getting one of those like cow fucking up to your elbow goddamn gloves on your? Like, what are we doing with this? Trying to check your pulse.
Ain't no Vaseline on there, nothing.
Happy shirt.
At least spit on the glove first.
no,
that'd be dinner.
They're like, no, we're using top
no, we got 13 people after you. Let's go, clap away.
Please talk dirty to me. Call me like you little bitch.
When are we gonna go too far? They went too far by taking the goddamn airport from us. God damn it!
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right, what we fucking with gaming? Are we doing any gaming talk? What we got?
I have some of the game.
But
I'm gonna grab another drink, not wine. But give me a sec. I'll be right back.
Was State of Play recently, or did we talk about that last week?
I think we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah,
but
I think we did. We talked about it last week.
Fantasy one.
Yeah,
they're all fantasy. Wait, what? What? They're all fantasy ones.
16 with the
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'll probably wait till Kr0nus come back for this, but I heard it might be fake news because I saw it on Fox News. But I heard they might be making a live because of the success of Mario Brothers. I heard they might be doing a Metroid live action, but it's that shit probably was fan made. I don't really trust. I trust that show with a grain of salt.
That's total rumor.
Yeah.
Rumor.
That would be fucking dope though. But no.
In terms of order of priority, though, like they're gonna do sequels to this Mario Brother movie, but I could see Zelda, their second most famous franchise, coming before Metroid. But
that's true.
Yeah,
but it is.
Have there been there was a live action Mario like with John Leguizamo and boy from Rabbit.
Yeah, Bob.
Was there ever a live action Zelda?
No,
right?
There was a TV show, I think, the animated TV show.
There was an
animated TV show.
I've seen the Fuda porn. Like it exists.
Of course you have. You've seen Fuda everything. So
Hey, only on Friday.
Remember Captain N? Like the old cartoon Captain N and the Glove of Power?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like old school fucking Saturday morning cartoons. And he had Zelda on there too, or he had Link. And Link was just an asshole to the princess.
So hold on, y'all ain't talking about what I guess dropped today or yesterday was the DLC to Horizon. Y'all ain't talking.
Oh
about
yeah,
go ahead
about that. I haven't had a chance to check it out
because I know it's PS5 only, and I don't have a PS5, so only those with PS5s can talk about this DLC. Now I see B-Boy on here posting all kinds of shit about it because he's been playing it for a while or for a few hours. So
here's my thing with Horizon. I was fucking with it heavy, and then Leon Kennedy done came over and was like, "Hey, we got to stay in Spain." You know what I mean?
Your little K-pop, whatever, man.
Hey, Dino dildo out of your hand.
When Kennedy say, "Come on, we doing this. We got to save Spain. We got to save the princess. The president's daughter needs saving."
Actually, just ain't Mario Party. What the fuck?
But you know what? But there's a princess literally in a motherfucking castle in that game, and you gonna save her. So, for real.
It's like the president's daughter, right? The president of Umbrella's daughter. You're trying to say, right?
Of the States' daughter, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but in any event, so that one distracted me. I was like maybe 20% into Horizon, and I love the gameplay a whole fucking lot. It's excellent, but I got distracted, man. I'm replaying. I done already beat RE4, And I was like, you know what we doing? We doing it one more again. And
What
another.
the fuck?
Another. This one's great.
There's too many. There's puzzles are too fucking weird. I'm on Resident Evil 3, and I just killed. I killed the. I'm on the part where I'm Carlos now.
Okay.
So
That's
I'm
not
just like, what the fuck? Like, it's just weird. Why do you need puzzles that require jewels that are scattered across the world and
how
to
they do.
give you fucking stupid shit, stupid ass puzzles with fucking statues that unlock whole rooms and shit? I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Who
That's
does this?
I wonder.
Now, hold on.
I remember.
Hold on. Are you playing it with thick Jill or not? She need to be
It's
in
not.
fucking lingerie.
She's not modded full. I'm playing on the console. You don't do that shit in the PC. It's not. This ain't no Jenny mod shit, bro.
Dude, I'm gonna replay it. I might have to get me a goddamn PC just to play with thick Jill.
That's all bad.
There's got to be like a Blu-ray or something you can buy that has mods on it, so you can play you pop that in and you're able to play Resident Evil 3 with modded Valentine in there.
I mean, you can install your mods however you want, but
that shit had me fucking stuck when she was running from that motherfucking zombie and shit. And she just clapping in fucking heels and
fucking leather.
God damn, Jill Valentine, let's go.
That's
But
all bad.
The shit that threw me for a loop is when somebody had the Resident Evil 7 Village mod for Vampire Queen.
Yeah,
had her fucking naked. I was like,
no,
what?
I want
Is
you
this
to
in the game?
want you to
Is
know
this a up, down code I need to enter or some shit? I want to play this.
before the game launched, they had full on videos with like you in first person as Ethan fucking the shit out of Lady D or her fucking the shit out of you with the voice acting that sounded spot on from the game. I synced it.
We're living in crazy times right now.
I regret looking this shit up now. This is all bad.
Mm-hmm. I synced it.
If you look up any mod, you deserve yourself to look up this.
No, not that. I'm looking at Jill Valentine, these fucking mods, and it's got like a Fuda Tyrant.
Yep.
Jill Valentine. I'm like, what the fuck? Who
You
fucking spent the time to do this shit?
You know what it is.
They're doing too much.
You know what those modders are? Those modders are fucking saints. Cheer to them. Like they're
doing God's work.
Yeah. Computers.
I mean, why don't you just admit that you love trans porn? So this is cool. So this is Jill Valentine with pink hair. See, I like that. That's nice.
That's too
not with Fuda cock all up in here. This is all bad. With the tyrant, a ball tyrant, fucking big titty tyrant chick, fucking horse fucking her. This is just doing too much.
Dude, Resident Evil fans have never been normal, and we're not going to start today. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I will try to get back into Horizon. Like I said, I don't necessarily love the story, but the actual dino fights, yeah, those are on point. I like that shit. You know?
So the story you gotta play through. It gets fucking.
Oh shit!
We
lost Old Ninja.
See, that's all right.
But I have to say, like the story in the second one is, I think the story in the second one is a lot better than the first one. But then again, like there's a lot to it. Like I think I was playing it, and I got really heavy into it, and I kind of slowly started to kind of die off from it. But like I don't know, I was having fun, but mainly just because I was out there fucking killing goddamn T-Rexes and shit, and like taking out giant birds. Like I haven't got to the point where I was able to like, I guess, reprogram one of the giant like pterodactyl motherfucking robots.
Yeah.
But the game is fun, so I'm really interested in the DLC.
Yeah, dude, I'm definitely down for it as well. I'll probably get to it not in April and not in May, but maybe in June, maybe over the summertime.
Yeah.
I'll get back to the game because it is what it is. I'm occupied trying to save Spain. I'm gonna be replaying this minute, man. This shit had me stuck. And also, will say this. I know we talked about it a while back, but fuck all these fans giving the Ada Wong voice actor any fucking shit. I think she did a fucking great ass job.
Yeah.
I didn't notice any problems. I didn't have any fucking issues with her. She's not out of sync or bad voice acting. None of that is fucking true. Y'all are just
so she's not the original voice for Jill, right?
No, so back in the day, they used a white woman, and on this one, they used an Asian voice actor, appropriately so, because she's always been an Asian character. But she works really well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She dips in, she has little cameos, and she dips out. Like it's fucking fine. You know what I mean? And then the other thing I'll say is I'm looking forward to the another anime movie with Resident Evil characters, because this one has.
Oh yeah.
We talked about it last week when you left.
Oh yeah, but Jill
Give your take on it.
and then they even have Chris Redfield from 5 and some of the other ones or whatever. So I'm fucking down, man. They need to bring Shiva back.
Oh, Sheva.
Shiva.
Almost Shiva. Isn't that like some Tina Roberts shit?
Yeah, that one was bad.
I mean, so the rumors are like very high on the list. First, the rumors were high that we're going to see a Resident Evil 4 remake. And the rumors are high. We're probably going to see a Resident Evil 5 remake, probably maybe even the end of the year.
I'd be fucking up.
Most likely we won't see till spring 2024. But it looks like we're getting a remake. People are a little upset saying that it hasn't been that long.
It's a PS3 game.
Exactly, but some people are like, it hasn't been that long. Well, I'm like, well, I guess, but still.
So what you got to realize with remakes and shit is this. I get for us adults, it doesn't feel that long because we were adults even when some of these games dropped years ago. But it's
Right.
if you're like a 12 or 13-year-old, motherfucker, you weren't alive or you were 2 or 3. Like you did not play these games. So it's new.
People need to stop complaining about remakes. It's just like they're gonna keep doing them. They're gonna keep selling because, I mean, if anything, them making a remake is going to extend the life of that franchise. Like you think you're just gonna make a remake and then just stop making the games forever? Just gonna make you get right at remakes. What it's telling these developers is that there is still value in that franchise, and to keep making more.
One more little squeeze, get a little bit more money out of this franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, fucking Resident Evil 5 came out in 2009.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a huge hit when it came out. A huge hit.
That's
Literally
14 years ago.
If they fixed the whole like being able to reload and run
and shoot.
jog, yeah, I mean, you don't really run in Resident Evil. You fucking jog. You don't fucking run.
Well, it's like that's one of the main things. It's like, especially when it comes to remakes, is like the most important things is not only the graphical upgrades. That's kind of a given, but it's the goddamn gameplay. Like making the gameplay more modern. People they don't even understand how. You've heard me say this shit so many times in this podcast. Resident Evil for me was like a non-starter because I literally could not walk or run and shoot. I was like, I'm not playing a fucking game where I have to like literally walk, stop, move, and then I'm like, I can run and shoot in real life. I'm not accurate, but I can do it. You know, it's just fucking and like the way that the old Resident Evil games were like, it was when you walk through like different. It was a static camera. When you walk through scenes, it would just like change to like this another weird camera angle. It was fucking wonky as shit.
So when you
It's like all security camera.
Yeah.
So I'm playing Resident Evil 3. It does the same thing here. When you go to a new area, it does an animation like where it unlocks the door or opens through and then you pass through. And then
I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm like, and like Resident Evil 3, I mean, the remake still does that. I'm like, this is kind of jarring because at least in 5, you can run into a room. You can literally break the whole door down and go into the next room. And like, or you can blow it open with the fucking shotgun. So it worked out better. There are a few areas where you have to, as a team, open the door to go into the next area. But the animation, the camera is back and it shows the two characters animate going into the next area, and then you're back in control.
But let's also be really, really fair. We're talking in 2023 about some of these games that came out in 98, 99, 96. It's like,
I get it, but I mean, these are like Kr0nus said, updated fucking graphics, like updated gameplay. It's not. Capcom is a powerhouse with this kind of shit. They have new games coming out almost every year, so they could have had to know how to do this. I get the nostalgia factor. I get it, but it's like you said, we're current. We should have current style transitions.
Agreed.
There you go.
What's funny is that my first game for Resident Evil I played was Resident Evil Director's Cut. I never played original. Was there even original? Because like I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was probably one of the first games I got for my PS1. But I also bought like a strategy guide. Like I had like a big fucking strategy guide that tells you like where all the plans are and this and that, and how to unlock like different characters as you play. But I also remember like if you play the game through a certain way, you're able to play it again. I guess basically it's like New Game Plus basically. But you're able to play with like you get a fucking rocket launcher. So you play a whole fucking game with a goddamn rocket launcher. I just remember thinking like that shit right there was so fucking cool that you could play a game again, but like be OP. Like you're fucking just blasting fucking zombies. And you're basically got fucking God mode.
It was the same. Even Resident Evil 5, the multiplayer version of the game, you could play with. Not only could you play with rockets, you could play with infinite fucking rocket and just blow through everybody. It one hit killed every single boss except for maybe one.
Yeah. Okay. This is like one of my main things about Resident Evil. This is what fucked me up. So Resident Evil in America, I believe, came out in like '97.
Yep.
And then, like the next year, Metal Gear Solid came out.
Yeah.
And it was just like it made Metal Gear Solid made Resident Evil seem so fucking silly. It was just like it was like a huge, gigantic leap in gaming. You know.
There's no doubt about it. From a technical and gaming standpoint, I will never shit on Metal Gear Solid. It was revolutionary, completely. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And I will confess, for the Resident Evils on PS1 and PS2, I didn't touch any of them. I didn't start till like some of the PS3 stuff, and now so I missed the.
What one thing with the Resident Evil franchise is that like I guess they try to go for like the scare genre. So like I can understand why the camera angles and stuff are a certain way because like you're looking at through like security cameras. But then like with you, I guess not being able to run and shoot, which is still I think dumb. I think that just kind of adds to you just kind of keeping yourself in danger.
Well, I mean, honestly,
it's dumb.
It's they're probably technical limitations, right?
Yeah,
that's why a lot of it had to do with it, and I get that. But I mean, still, at the time, I was playing other PC games, you know, and they were just more technically proficient than these games. But I get it. Like it was like, you know, a PS1 era game.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah, but even still, even with Resident Evil 5, you have to literally stop your character from moving, wait for a slow ass animation to reload, and then keep moving. I'm like, what the fuck?
Here's what I'll say really quickly. 5 and 6, even though they sold pretty well.
5 sold really well. Not pretty well, really well.
Really well. They had their detractors from the standpoint of some of the gameplay. And I remember 5 was one of the first ones, because I didn't play 4 at first. 5 was one of the first ones I played, and I was like, oh, control-wise, I don't like this, but I like some things with the story. 6 had a terrible, action-y story. But 7 with that first person, man, that shit was like crack for me. I was like, this is it. That was the spookiest shit I've ever played in my entire fucking life.
Oh no, for me it's still Dead Space. Dead Space is probably the freakiest fucking game I've played. And Dead Space had it all. You could and the thing about Dead Space, just like Resident Evil, because it's inspired by Resident Evil, you have limited ammo, you're by yourself, even though you have slightly bigger hallways or whatnot, you're still like by yourself where everything's coming to get you. You have someone in your ear trying to guide you, but you're literally in an unknown, because you're not in a house, you're not in a field, you're not out in the world, you're in space. Like any wrong thing happens, you either get sucked out, because there are parts in the game, if you fuck up, you get sucked out.
Wait. I don't remember him getting sucked off. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The freaky necromorphs.
Yeah.
Was he drinking beer with a little head?
Rule 34, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you were playing a different Dead Space.
Outside of VR, like Dead Space is pretty fucking scary. But when you get into fucking VR, any goddamn horror game,
fuck no.
Yeah.
Like I still have a VR game. I have a paranormal activity that I purchased for VR that I haven't played because I'm too fucking scared to play.
Yeah.
I literally walked into the house and the bookshelf fell, and I'm like, I can't do this. I can't. It's just I'm too in this house. If this doesn't fucking work, I can't play it. I'm scared.
Yeah,
I watch other people play it, and I get scared watching them play. So I'm like, I can't be in this fucking world.
I will say,
You know what? I
VR.
will say Control is another one. Control is another one that was pretty fucking freaky.
I need to finish that one. But I'll say this too, in terms of survival horror and horror video games and whatnot. Yes, I agree with you, Blue. VR is probably the gold standard. But even without VR, the DualSense fucking headphones and shit.
Or the Pulse. Yeah.
Yeah, or the Pulse Sense, yeah. Them motherfuckers, it's a whole new experience with fucking horror.
Dude.
You feel like someone is breathing into your motherfucking ear. You know what I mean?
And there's an indie game I played called Don't Starve, and I'm pretty sure this game probably be kind of crazy with the little headphones you're talking about. But like, you're literally playing this game, and like as you start to go crazy, like you start hearing people like whisper in your ears, and if you just have the controller, like it comes from, this is on the PS4, yeah, PS4. A little speaker of the PS4, you hear there's like little voices come from the controller, but if you have headphones on, you can hear those little voices, and they're literally telling you to like kill yourself, like you're not gonna make it, like just that fuck with your like psyche.
That's every day
It's
for
creepy
me.
enough.
What are you talking about? This is.
Oh.
Are they nice?
But yeah, audio can make shit a lot more scarier than it needs to be.
You know what's funny? Speaking of like technical things with like gaming, so I bought, obviously I said it a while ago, but I bought a Xbox Series X, and I'm playing Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
There's fucking load screens, and it fucking bothers me to no goddamn end. I'm like, why are there still load screens in this goddamn game? Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm a PS5. They've fucking spoiled me. You know, I'm not used to load screens anymore. When I pick up like my Steam Deck, I know there's gonna be some load screens. Like, I get that. But when it comes to like the next generation consoles, I'm like, why didn't Xbox do what Sony did with like their SSD? Like, literally, I'm waiting like 30 seconds or more to load the game up. And it's just like on the PS5 with like the first party games, like there's none of that shit.
You know what was one of the best examples of that nobody even talks about? That fucking Insomniac goddamn Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Yeah.
That shit was smooth as fucking shit. Like, it was just, you're going to start playing now. Oh, you're going to a different world. We're going there right now.
Yeah, you can just riff through it. Like, you're literally tearing through dimensions and fucking world, and there's no delay. There's no load screens. None of that shit.
That shit was great. Yeah, man.
Dude, and even in the Spidey games on the PS5, like there's like no load. Like when you fast travel, like even when you're on a subway, like you don't even have enough time to like. I mean, obviously, like the load screen's going with him playing in a subway, but like you don't have time to like even look at your phone before you're already where you need to be.
Yeah. You know what? You know what's fucking disconcerting? Like there are technically, like once you die in Resident Evil, a quick like half-second load screen.
There's information in there.
Yeah, there's like little tips on, don't forget to do this with the boss. I can't fucking read it in time.
You know what they need to do? This is what they need. This is the fix, Prodigy. This is my pitch for the fix. They just need to put "get good" on the load screen now, and that's it. You gotta have a second, "get good," and that's it.
So Resident Evil kind of fixes that, I guess, with the upgrades. So the load screen, I'm sitting there waiting on the load screen, thinking it's going to load me into the next thing. You have to confirm that you want to continue to play. So it loads up, and then I have to press OK.
You get a countdown?
No,
it
immediately tells you got to press, because it gives you information on how to beat where you keep dying. So in order for you to be aware of that you read it and you want to go back, you have to press OK.
This shit starts man. It waits exactly 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they did with Horizon Zero Dawn. Like when you die, they actually
did that for me on the box. Like Hogwarts, when I fast travel, there's information that tries to tell me, and it goes so quick I can't even read it. I'm like, I'm already there. I'm like, oh fuck, I was supposed to read that.
They can be like God of War, and be like, hey, you want to make this easier? Switch to
they
difficulty.
they mock you.
Yeah.
Why you being a little bitch?
You died 42 times.
You're the,
You wanna
you're the
go
god
play
of death
easy?
now, not the god of war.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but some the Valkyries would be hard though. Fucking bitches.
Yeah, New Game Plus just came out. Hey, did y'all? I don't know if I had to walk away for a little while, but did y'all talk about Burning Shores yet at all?
Just very briefly, because
We did a little bit.
Nobody
But
had it.
none of us have played it. You played it?
I have, yeah. I played a little bit of it today. It's pretty cool. Like you're in a whole different area. You're in LA, and I'm trying to find Skid Row because you know I need some smack. I'm just saying.
Stay away from that fentanyl.
Yeah.
Damn.
But
Man.
I mean, so far, you know, there's new weapons. There's this goddamn frog thing that fucked me up. Like it killed me. I was like, what the fuck? I'm playing on hard, but I haven't died in like forever in this game. But I also haven't played it in forever. So, yeah, a frog fucking just like mercilessly murdered me in the game, and I was embarrassed. Yeah, and it's a totally different like new type of enemy, and I was not prepared. I was just like, I'm just gonna run through this bitch.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the turtle thing, that thing almost killed me. They came pretty close to killing me.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
It took me longer than I anticipated until I saw the weak parts. But even then, that thing is fucking dangerous. I'm
Yeah,
like, what the
This frog thing was just an asshole. He jumps around a lot. He's big. He's fucking spraying acid everywhere and squirting goddamn eggs and shit at you that fly and fucking murder you. It's a lot.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm just like, I'll just pick this game up after like not playing it for like almost a year.
You said
You're
said
telling us shit
Did they
about-
have a
He skeets, yeah. There's a couple
They have
animals
like a-
that skeet on you. They have like a Plesiosaurus, whatever thing. That thing, if you fuck it up, it skeets all over you while it repairs itself.
Mhm.
I'm like, what the fuck? And like, you have to time it right, or else you would get fucked up. Because you have to get close to damage it more. If not, the skeet keeps you back. I'm like, what the fuck?
with the new with the DLC? Do they like have you go do a new tutorial so you remember how to fucking play the game again?
No, but I mean, like in the very beginning of the game, like you face a couple of like larger enemies, so you get like kind of into it. It took me a second to like remember how to actually play the game, you know.
Yeah.
But I remembered pretty quickly how to play, but I forgot like what all the weapons do and all that shit. So
Yeah,
yeah,
there's a lot of weapons actually.
yeah, especially when you're like end game. There's like you have
Yeah.
like probably 30, 40 weapons.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Are you
I'm like,
able? Are you bringing those weapons into the original game, or are you going to play it in the DLC?
What do you mean? I think you said that backwards. Maybe.
Can you take the weapons from the DLC and bring them into the regular game?
I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Because usually it's the other way around. Like you bring like the weapons you have from the game into the DLC, but can you take those weapons from the DLC and bring them into the game?
I'm pretty sure I haven't gone back yet, obviously, because I just went to this new area, and I don't know if it links up on the map at all, because I haven't really looked. Because sometimes like you can link back to the map in kind of a easier way. Because like I remember in the original game, like you went to a whole different area on like a semi-fast travel, but it ended up being like part of the same map. So
It's just like you had to climb all the way the fuck to the top, and then
yeah,
unlock the fast travel point. But then, yeah, you could bring everything you got from the was it the Canucks, or not the Canucks, the Tanooks, and then you can bring it into the regular game and fuck shit up.
yeah. I mean, so far it seems like the normal game with like added stuff in there. Obviously, it's a fucking DLC. I'm literally defining what a DLC is, but. The writing seems just as good. It was sad to see, Lance Reddick and hearing his voice, one last time in this game because he's silenced and yeah, just sucked. But there's new characters in the game and there's a bunch of new shit to do. So I'm looking forward to doing it and upgrading all my shit again. I'm trying to get like all legendary shit now instead of just extraordinary stuff.
Speaking of Lance Reddick, did you guys ever? I think Old Ninja did, but did you see the John Wick 4?
Oh, not yet.
Okay, all right.
Hell yeah, I did.
Since we're on the topic of games, there's actually a BThanBTI question that's been sitting on here for a while. I think we just haven't had a chance to get to it. So this is actually a question I threw on the list. So with the popularity of The Last of Us on HBO, which is also based off a game, but then we also had like The Walking Dead with Rick. So the question is, which team would you support, or what team or what camp would you be under? Would you be under like Camp Rick or Camp Joel? Like who's your person that you're going with in a zombie apocalypse?
Wait, joining his survival crew?
Group. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is a hard question to answer because it comes like a caveat. So I would want to go with Joel, but Joel has a lot of baggage that might get me killed.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I think Rick is going to be a little bit easier for me to survive, or for most people to survive under. Like Joel spends the majority of season 1, or the first game rather, with just Ellie for the most part. Like he gets along with a few people here and there, but a lot of people die that he meets along the way.
Yeah, he's not really a team player.
Yeah. And then, I mean, shit, do you really trust somebody after that hospital scene?
Yeah, right.
Hey,
He was half motherfuckers out. Yeah, I would say Rick as well, because Rick, he's not about like he's not a family man, but he does have a family, but he also like is there to back his people up. So Rick is definitely supporting his team, building up their confidence and stuff. But then again, Negan shows up.
I would much rather have Joel have my back in a fight. I
There
think
you
that
go.
if it came one-on-one, Joel would fucking murder Rick, like pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. I could see it. But then you'd have the shakes afterwards too.
Yeah, but that's all right. Yeah.
I can see it going either way if it's a one-on-one. But I mean, Rick is he's someone that's willing to build a town with you versus Joel. He is willing to leave you behind. He'll leave you behind if he feels like even though you bonded and you guys have special moments, like either he'll leave you because you're either dead weight or he'll want you to leave him because he feels like he's dead weight. So
can I make one caveat? One caveat. I will say there's a difference between Joel season 1 and game 1 versus Joel game 2 and the flashbacks in game 2. He's much more like Jackson, Wyoming town oriented in those flashbacks and early part of part 2 than he is in almost all of part 1.
But we also kind of see that with Rick too. Like later on in the season, he gets a little bit harder too. Like he's not trustworthy with like other people, so he's like murder motherfuckers just because they came into the town. He didn't trust them to fucking like
You knocked him on the
leave and
door,
not come
God damn
back.
it.
Damn it!
damn.
Well,
Sorry, Rick, I'm just trying to sell Girl Scout cookies.
But Blue, but answer this though, Blue. Can we really trust Rick? He can't even pronounce his son's name correctly.
Oh, God.
Horrible.
The real question is that really his son, or is that just fucking Shane's
Ooh.
son?
That's
Real
just,
talk.
no, it's just
Another fucking-
not the daughter is the one that's in question. Actually,
No,
no.
we don't know. We didn't see what happened before the zombie apocalypse happened.
Hold on. Before the zombie apocalypse happened, he already had Carl.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, but we don't know if Carl was his son in the beginning.
Look,
Because
yeah,
that could be
we-
Shane.
That-
He could
that-
imply that Rick
Shane
was
was
a
a
depth
sheriff.
of the chef. Or
He was
chef.
sheriff.
He was a cop.
He was,
He was
sheriff.
out there on the streets protecting people. Shane came over, smack, bam, had a
hold on.
baby.
Shane didn't come in till after Rick was in the hospital.
I'm with Blue on this one. She got down with someone once. I don't necessarily trust that is definitively his child, even Coral. It may not be Shane, or what's his name, Shane's, but it could be somebody else.
You know, I just realized.
Never know.
I just thought about is the reason why he probably says Carl fucked up is because the guy he's English and not American English.
Yes, there you go. Yeah.
Here's
Coral. That was funny though.
there's a BThanBTI question, but it might be the easiest one like ever. If you were a naval aviator like Maverick from Top Gun movies, what would your call sign be? I mean, it'd be Kr0nus for me. But I'd make sure to stock up on the best kind of anal lube because I would be in the Navy. And just saying.
Oh, bad.
Oh, you needed that.
All the Thailand.
I'm wearing a rainbow shirt. All right.
There you go.
Yeah. All those
Yeah,
Thailand.
been a gay bars.
In the Navy.
Damn.
Yeah, I think I'm just going with probably Prodigy as well. Probably the same call sign, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be my gamer tag. My gamer tag is different from my podcast call sign, but I definitely probably have that.
I think mine would not be a podcast name. It will actually be Ronan, which is my old school AOL name. Yeah. And that name came from Ronin Warriors. There's a character on there. His name is Rowan, and he's Rowan of the Shadow because he's like in space and shit like that. But like, yeah, I think that might be my call sign.
Back in the 360 days, I had an ID of Captain Dirty Clicks.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. I at least love that one.
That's hella funny. I would probably try to steal the. I would maybe steal the handle from Hackers. The little kid, he was Zero Cool. I might use that because that's pretty funny.
There you go.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right, guys.
it's interesting because like I was just thinking about it. Like back in AOL days, I think I had like maybe about like 5 different streamings I would use, and like Rowan was like my main one, but I also had like at Frost, I had Kid Frost, I had Pager Code
for me. Remember all those?
I had Pager Code and shit. There was one more. I can't think what it was. Oh, there was Kit. It was KXIXTXTX. That's actually the name of my Tesla. My Tesla name is Kit. So with a Tesla, you can name your car.
Nice.
Like your car, fucking, it's kind of cool. But like, yeah, my car name is Kit.
I thought you said your name was Tit. And I was like, you named yourself Tits? Like what?
God damn.
Hey man,
Tits McGee.
you are what you eat.
Right.
I eat titties all day.
All right, guys. Can we? Are we gonna wrap it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's end it. What you got, old ninja, for this week? God damn it! What you looking forward to? What you fapping to? What's going on?
Let's see. Probably gonna be doing some more Resident Evil 3. I had a live stream going on last week because I just started the game. There's some more shit with Call of Duty. I did season 2, season 3 started last week, so I streamed that out. It was pretty interesting with some people in the chat. Thank you everyone that jumped in because it was kind of wild. There's some stuff for Destiny. Destiny's got an event coming up pretty quick, so I'm probably gonna jump on that. Or Guardian Games comes back. Evil Dead Rise is out, and everyone's been talking about going to go see it, so I'm probably gonna see that probably on Monday. Obviously Star Trek Picard, watching that. I already watched Mando season finale today. It's pretty fucking awesome. It's pretty epic. A lot of shit goes down. Hopefully we'll talk about it next week. But yeah, probably gonna see Evil Dead Rise. Yeah, Evil Dead Rise will be up there. More gaming. Probably gonna finish Resident Evil 3 before I start Resident Evil 4. Yeah, that's kind of it.
Good shit, Kr0nus. What you got?
So just a heads up, the week of April 1st, we might not podcast on the normal podcast day. The guys know why. Huh?
You said April 1st? What day?
Yeah, well, April 3rd is when the podcast would normally be, is April 3rd. But it's
30th?
the week of 3rd. It's a Wednesday?
We're the 19th.
Oh,
You mean
May?
May?
May. I'm sorry, May.
Okay, I was like, we're going back in time? What the hell?
On May 3rd, we probably won't have a podcast on that day. I'm going to try to push off later on in the week, but yeah, I got there's some major stuff going on in my life that I probably can't podcast on that week at all. But I'll try to work something out. Maybe I can record something, but I definitely can't record at the same time that we're doing right now. But after the next week or in subsequent weeks, I probably can. So we'll see how that works out. Just giving you guys a general heads up. I'll think of something else to put out, or maybe I can just start the podcast for you guys and do like I did last time and see how that works out. So,
Just make sure your mic's not hot.
Yeah, I know how to mute my mic this time from the actual, mixer. Sorry.
Put some duct tape around it or something.
Yeah. Other than that, nothing else I want to talk about. So there you go.
All good. What you got, Blue?
Not a goddamn thing. And you know this thing. No. What's going on?
Oh, 420.
I'm definitely. Oh shit! Yeah, 420 is coming up. It's actually my boy XOR birthday's tomorrow, but him and his wife are in Paris, eating baguettes. Hopefully, you can listen to this podcast. So
Eating
make fun of him.
Wait, eating
crumpets, eating French fries and French toast.
Escargot.
Oh no, it's pronounced croissant. Croissant.
But no, I'm gonna try to watch Swarm. I watched Mando yesterday, so I'm all caught up with fucking Grogu fucking in his armored suit. That's how you fucking rolling.
That's just fucking awesome.
But yeah, that's pretty awesome. I guess the Power Rangers movie drops on Netflix. I've been seeing that. Like people posting up about that, so I'm kind of excited about watching that. It looks pretty good. I started watching. There's a show on Netflix called Beef with Steven Yeun.
Yeah,
and Amy Wong. No, what's her name? I can't think of her name.
Ali Wong.
And dude, it's just fucking funny as hell so far. Like, basically, it's road rage take it to another fucking level. It's like it's road rage take it to another fucking level. And it's crazy because like I try to like let Sweetness know this because she like gets mad at people and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, you don't like, because I grew up in like the 80s where like motherfuckers like all you home and like fucking shoot you, which is another reason why we have fucking gun control. But like somebody can get your license plate number and just pay like $5 at DMV and find out where the hell you live at and do some of these shit. That's basically what the fuck happens with this story. But it's really fucking funny. Steven Yeun, like the guy fucking Glenn from Walking Dead, the guy's a great fucking actor. And like
hold on,
like,
stop. Real quick, I gotta stop you real quick. I'm gonna promote this right now. DCEU, y'all need to cast Steven Yeun as Nightwing. I'm gonna say it again. Cast Steven Yeun as fucking Nightwing. Okay, go ahead, bro.
I can see that. But yeah, I'm still waiting for fucking season 2 of fucking what's the name of it called? Not Unbreakable. What's this?
Invincible.
What's the Invincible?
It
That's
comes out
what it
later
is.
this
Yeah, I'm
year.
waiting for season 2 because goddamn, the first one was so goddamn good. But yeah, other than that, like my little son just slowly becoming a goddamn adult. Like I'm waiting for this kid to get a job because like he's just talking and fucking being clever and like putting stuff together by himself. It's like the shit's crazy. Like
I saw a little dance he was doing with your wife, like he was telling her to stop.
Oh yeah,
stop.
Stop. Like I like this little kid's gonna be a DJ in the club, just scratching him like, oh, but like no, it's just crazy just watching this kid grow and like he's 2 and like so we're trying to like potty train him already. Like we're trying to potty train him. And just the time went by so fucking fast. Like 2 years, that shit went like that. And like I look back at pictures of him when he was like little. I'm like, there's no way. Like, how is this little person this big ass fucking kid now? But one quick funny story. I took him to a park recently, and he was playing with this little girl. This little girl is 3, and he's like 2, so she's like more, I guess, able to do stuff like on the playground. Like she's able to like climb down this rope, and he like started crying because like not that he couldn't do it, but he wanted her to keep going down the slide with him. But then like later on, I learned that this little girl goes to his daycare, which was kind of cool. So that's why he knew her, and that's why he was playing with her because he like goes to daycare with her. But I thought he was just a random girl on the street. He was kind of holler at, and he was like, "Hey, I met her at the playground."
And she was all, "I know your dad. He's the guy that does the offensive knock on the door."
Yeah, right. The other crazy thing is that this little girl, she spoke English and Spanish. Like her dad, like she's bilingual. But like she talked to her dad in Spanish, but then she talked to me in English. Like she knew like I only speak English, but she spoke Spanish to her dad.
She knows.
But she spoke Spanish to Sebi.
She knows because of that knock.
Yeah. This guy doesn't know. But actually, I don't do the knock anymore. I mean, there was one time I accidentally did it. I was like, fuck. But like, yeah, I just fucking pound the door like I'm the goddamn police now.
Open up, bitch.
Open up. Give my kid. But yeah, other than that, I figure out what I'm doing for my birthday. But yeah, that's about it for me.
Good shit. I am right there with Old Ninja. In fact, I'm kind of sad I'm not in the Bay because I know I would be probably watching The Witcher. Not Resident Evil. God damn it, I got that on my brain. Fucking Evil Dead Rise. I need to fucking see it. I need it in my veins. I need all of this fucking bloody ass fucking horror shit. I know Bruce Campbell's gonna make a cameo. Can't wait to see it. I'm fucking with that heavy, and then I'm on my second replay of RE4. I'm gonna be replaying this game at least 2 more times. I fucking love it.
You need to get on these raids, bro. You slacking.
Hit me up and let me know what day you're doing it. I'll fuck with it.
We didn't talk about it, but SDCC.
Oh yeah.
San Diego Comic-Con this year. Me and Prodigy will be there, barring any crazy COVID shit or other pandemic shit happening. But so far, we'll be there.
Oh, right on.
Yep.
Right on.
I was actually thinking of SDC recently, and I was thinking like when I did that interview panel with the cast of The Gifted, I was thinking like, how the hell did we get that? Because there was like maybe 10 people there at the time, like of the news media basically, and we're sitting there too. Like it's just wild, like to like look back and think of that. Like I'm sitting here with like, I wouldn't say professionals, but like big time.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
We're on the list.
Repress.
Yeah, we're on the list.
Hashtag repress, Blue. Don't be shorting yourself. Don't be doubting. Put that doubt on you. Just know that.
Yeah, I can't get back up there. Use our hashtag repress and get back up there interviewing people.
Saying, I told Prodigy the first time we went out there, I'm on hashtag repress. I kept asking, why ain't we there? We press. He was like, you crazy. I'm on, no, I'm not. Aren't we pressed? He's all, boy, you about to get us kicked out. I'm on, no, we pressed.
So you can't just flash people like fucking actresses and be like, hey, we press. You know what I mean?
Yes, you can.
I mean, you can be. You got to get, there's ways into it. We've already done it, right? We've already done it. Due diligence. So.
We were there when they dropped the first. We were there. Some of these first events that we weren't the only ones there. There's probably 20 other news outlets, but we were there too. So,
dude, the fact that I got into Hall H with WePress was like, like wow. I was like, shit. Okay, this shit does work. I can get a Steven Universe.
I'm just trying to go to Art Alley and find all the food artists. That's it. That's all I do.
Oh my god.
All right, take us out, old ninja.
Oh my god. Anyway. Oh, by the way, if you got a family, go see the Super Mario Brothers movie.
It's a good movie. I enjoyed it.
It's pretty interesting. We should speak on it next week.
We should.
All right. So, users experience Black and Black Times Infinity, the biggest podcast on the internet. Check us out anywhere and everywhere with BThanBTI. It's BThanBTI. We are everywhere you listen to podcasts. Look us up on there. Check out our official website, BThanProductions.com/BThanBTI. We have an email, BThanBTI@gmail.com. We have a Discord. Email us if you want to know, if you want to join the Discord, or if you have a really dank ass question, you can ask us with @BThanBTI. You email us. You can message us on Twitter with a private message. I'm pretty sure our DMs are open. Pretty sure. But yeah, there you go.
Peace.
I gotta press button. There we go. Logo up.